You know, there are times when we run into a story that just doesn't fit into any one category.
Yeah, true, Shannon, but it would be a real shame if we didn't find some way to share those stories with you.
So we created this little segment for you, so we had a place to put all these little gems.
And what else could we call it other than your Jackson County Potpourri?
The new big rig-friendly Southern Oregon RV Park is a big hit with RVers. Phase 3 of construction is complete, and the park now has even more to offer. Parks Program Manager Steve Lambert brings us up to speed on the recent upgrades.
Hi, I'm Bill Mance with your Jackson County Close-Up. We're here in the new lodge at the all-new Southern Oregon RV Park with the Program Manager of the Parks Department, Steve Lambert. Steve, I know you're getting ready for the season, so thanks for spending time with us today.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about kind of this project and what this particular stage or where we're at as we get ready for the summer season.
So we've been working on the RV park out here off Penninger Road for about the past year and a half, and for about the past 4 months we've been finishing up and working on the lodge or registration building here at the Southern Oregon RV Park. And this has been a fun kind of finishing touch on the project. And it's an integral piece of the park altogether. It's a place where folks come to register, they can get coffee, they can spend a little time indoors when it's warm outside in the air-conditioned building. They can have a birthday party underneath the picnic shelter outside. It's just a nice place for folks to gather and a little central hub for the park.
Yeah, and it also is kind of the technology hub. So tell us a little bit about how it enhances the experience of the RVers coming here to Southern Oregon RV Park.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So from behind the scenes, what the public doesn't see, they come inside, they get some coffee, they sit down, chat a little bit, but this building houses all of our Wi-Fi and fiber optics that was provided through Hunter Communications here for the RV park. So the fiber comes into this building and then branches out to all of our wireless access points that if you came into the park, you probably wouldn't even notice, but if you look at a few light poles within the park, there's some antennas up there that provide you high-speed internet for the customers, because as we know, that's the first thing that folks pulling into an RV park is demanding.
So you've had the park open for how long? And tell us a little bit about the people that are coming and what you expect for the summer.
Yeah, so the park opened in July of last year, but you know, it felt a little bit like the Sahara Desert or a parking lot. It was, if it wasn't paved, it was dirt. If it wasn't dirt, it was concrete. There was nothing green out here, no leaves, no grass. So we really, while it was open, you know, our attendance levels were low as expected, but we wanted to meet our commitment to the public to get it open. We really started putting the finishing touches on the outside of the park last fall. We planted all the landscaping in October. We had a great wet winter to get all that landscaping watered in and give it a good start for the spring here. And now, you know, if you go out in the park, it just looks like a completely different place than it did last year. We have a lot of customers that are really starting to come in now. We have folks that stayed last fall and came back this year, and the first thing they say is wow when they come in, because the landscaping is really what makes this place look beautiful. So our numbers are definitely picking up, and folks are traveling up and down I-5 or coming to the expo for events, or just coming here for, you know, other tourist activities and using this as their hub while they're here.
So I know that you've been talking to a lot of the folks that are out there, and I know you had a lot of real thoughtful planning on how the park was to be built, really to be friendly to the bigger rigs especially. So tell us a little bit just what you've been hearing from the people who are here, and maybe some of the amenities that have been added since we opened last year.
Yeah, so the design of the park, you're exactly right, Bill, was meant for the bigger rigs. A lot of the parks, RV parks that you see around this region, or really up and down I-5 in general, were built, you know, a little time ago, 10, 20 years ago, when rigs were smaller, trucks were smaller, fifth wheels were smaller, motorhomes were smaller. Everything's gotten bigger, right? So we need to design parks now for wider turning radiuses, a little bit longer slips. So the slips out here, the smallest you're going to find is 60 feet long by 12 feet wide. The largest you'll find is 75 feet long by 15 feet wide. So they really accommodate those bigger rigs. So we have picnic table pads, we have everything's paved, we have the Wi-Fi, and then we also have the utilities such as 50 amp service for those larger rigs as well.
Good, and they've been loving it, right?
Oh, they absolutely love it. Yeah, I talked to a gentleman from South Dakota who was staying here in a big marathon bus this last weekend, and he was really excited. He said, you know, I just love the design. I love the amount of space we have to maneuver. My only fear is next time we want to come back, it'll be booked up and there won't be any space for us.
Well, that was always the hope when we started out. So
Yes.
congratulations on getting us to the started toward the point of really what the vision was for this park. That's just really amazing. I know that the public has kind of been used to coming out here and using the ponds. And I know that things are going to change a little bit with the ponds that are around the RV park. Tell us a little bit about the construction that's been changed around the ponds and some changes there, and also kind of what the public can expect when they come out here to do a little fishing in the ponds over here in the RV park.
During construction, the ponds were closed to the public. They got reopened this spring. Now that we have, you know, it's a safer environment for folks to come down here and fish. And you're right in the sense that people have been coming to these ponds for generations. You know, it's a nice local place. You don't have to go far to catch some trout, catch some bass. There's a lot of different fish in these ponds. We have created accessible pathways to the ponds. There's wheelchair accessibility where there haven't been in the past. There's a nice parking lot, there's restroom facilities here, there's sanitation facilities, garbage cans that haven't been here in the past. And we've heard good things from a lot of folks who have been coming here. I talked to a gentleman with some younger children just last week who said, I wouldn't have brought my kids out here before because there were some undesirable activities. Now there's facilities, there's security, there's a presence. I'll bring my kids here all the time to fish. So we expect, you know, that historical use to even grow a little bit more, and hopefully we create some additional memories for folks in the future, spending time with the kids out here.
So you've created a park, and Jackson County parks have really day use fees. So I know that some people might be a little bit surprised, but tell us a little bit about how the day use fee works for the new pond fishing.
So when you pull into the park, you're going to see an entrance to the left for those who are here for RV purposes, and there's a 40-car parking space to the right. When you park over there, there's a fee box there to pay, and you're exactly right. Our parks program within the county is like many other park programs around the state. We are self-funded. We receive no general fund or property tax revenues. So if we want to build parks like this and increase recreational opportunities for Jackson County's constituents, then we have to operate more like a business, and that requires us to charge some fees. And you know, in this situation, just like all of the other county parks within the county, there's a $4 day use fee. So it's $4 per day if you want to come out here and partake in the activities, or you can buy a season pass, which most people do. That's $30 for the year, and you can even get that for $25 during the month of December for the following year. We have a little end of the year discount sale, and that's a popular item because not only do you get that $30 day use pass, but you also get $2 off per night camping at any Jackson County parks. So we get quite a few folks who buy those, and I certainly would recommend that to folks who come out here frequently.